From the Louisiana Superdome, the world's finest indoor sports center. From New Orleans, the heart city of Southern hospitality. This is the 1987 USF&G Sugar Bowl. Welcome to the 53rd consecutive renewal of one of America's greatest holiday classics, the USF&G Sugar Bowl. And for this 53rd football festival, the men of the Sugar have welcomed an outstanding new partner, USF&G, one of America's great corporate citizens. Together, they welcome 76,000 cheering fans for the battle between the Cornhuskers of Nebraska, perennial power of the Big 8 Conference, and the Fighting Tigers of Louisiana State University, 1986 champions of the Southeastern Conference. For the USF&G Sugar Bowl, it's deja vu football, a rematch of the 51st Bowl when the Huskers and the Tigers met on New Year's night in 1985. It's the hottest ticket in the South. They've come to see the SEC champions with the passing talents of a freshman redshirt against the option-powered offense of Nebraska. They've come to see two highly respected coaches at work, LSU's Bill Arnsparger and Nebraska's Tom Osborne. For Arnsparger, it was a last LSU leadership role. He would leave Baton Rouge the next day to become athletic director at the University of Florida. The Tigers and the Cornhuskers have taken the field. Referee Wendell Sheldon flips the game's specially minted coin, and LSU calls it right. Nebraska will kick off, defending the north goal. Senior kicker Dale Klein sends the ball downfield to the waiting arms of LSU freshman sensation Harvey Williams at the Tiger 2-yard line. The Hempstead, Texas rookie carries it for 32 yards. Jeff Jamrog brings him down at the 34. On 1st and 10, Tiger quarterback Tommy Hodson brings a predominantly partisan LSU crowd to its feet with his 43-yard completion to his favored wide receiver, Wendell Davis. On 3rd and 8 from the Nebraska 21, Hodson belies any freshman anxiety as he scrambles from the pocket for 17 yards, stopped at the Husker 4 by safety Brian Siebler and corner Charlie Fryer. The Huskers get a half-distance unsportsmanlike penalty to the 2. And then on 3rd and goal from the 1, Harvey Williams will score for LSU. Touchdown, Tigers. And now here's a replay of the 53rd USF&G Sugar Bowl's first touchdown. LSU's freshman point-after specialist, David Browndyke, puts the Tigers up front 7-0 early in the first quarter. Nebraska's first possession went nowhere, and LSU was soon back in business in good field position at the Tiger 42. 1st and 10, and Hodson finds senior running back Sammy Martin for 8 yards. Martin, playing before hometown fans in the Superdome, will gain 7 more on this right side sweep. Brian Washington makes the stop for Nebraska. A record number of penalties placed a dark shade on an otherwise color-filled afternoon. The genesis coming on this carry by Martin. Personal fouls were assessed against both squads after the play. Nebraska was penalized first and then LSU. But the Tigers were still in good field position. With a 1st and 12 at the Husker 45, LSU went foot shooting on a scramble by Hodson. only to be followed by a 10-yard holding foul. And now it's 3rd and 24. The Tigers are at their 46. Hodson at the quarterback position. It's Williams on the draw, and he gains 12 before Fryer and Siebler bring him down at Nebraska's 42. What a promising future ahead for this young man. Matt DeFrank back to punt for LSU. DeFrank's punt goes into the end zone. And Nebraska takes over. The Cornhuskers, with Californian Steve Taylor directing the option, are in possession with a 3rd and 1 at the 39. Taylor gets 2 yards on this helper, and the Tigers chip in 15 more with another personal foul assessment. LSU's senior-studded defense toughened, and this Nebraska drive went nowhere. Dale Klein's 51-yard field goal effort went wide to the left. And the Sugar Bowl's first quarter ends with LSU in front, 7-zip. The Tigers are stymied offensively, and the second quarter gets underway as DeFrank's punt will be taken in by Rod Smith at his 34. Smith on the return to the Nebraska 39. But again, LSU goes foot shooting, giving Nebraska 15 more yards on yet another personal foul call. Quarterback Steve Taylor sets up a 2nd and 8 at LSU's 44. The call is for a pitch to fullback Micah Heidel, but Taylor's toss is a poor one, and it's recovered by the Tigers' senior corner, Norman Jefferson, at the LSU 45. On 2nd and 9, Tommy Hodson passes to LSU's tight end, Brian Kinchin, for 6. But again, it's drop time at the Dome, and LSU loses 10 yards for holding. The Tigers are in punt formation on 4th and 16 at their 39. DeFrank has problems with the snap. He fumbles, and it's finally jumped on by Mike DeWitt at the 25. Nebraska has great field position. But again, the Tiger defense is up to the test, forcing this field goal structure for Dale Klein. This one is a 42-yarder, and it's got the range and the distance. LSU's lead is trimmed with 10:01 remaining in the first half. It's now a 7-3 ball game. LSU's senior-laden defense again comes to the fore on the 3rd and 13 situation for Nebraska at the Husker 17. Junior Clete Blakeman is the quarterback, and he's sacked at the 3-yard line and loses another yard for intentional grounding. LSU has a shot at great field position as punter John Croker goes deep into Nebraska's end zone. He gets it away to Norman Jefferson at the Husker 39. Jefferson gets 11 on the return. He fumbles, but it's recovered for LSU by Verge Osbury. Despite the field position, LSU went nowhere. An illegal procedure call and 10 yards for holding following the 10-yard completion from Hodson to Davis dramatized the Tiger play. The referee went walking an awful lot in this Sugar Bowl Classic. It's now 2nd and 26, and LSU is back to the Nebraska 44. Williams is the ball carrier, and he's hit immediately by tackle Lee Jones for a loss of 5. 3rd and 31 from the 49. Hodson passing again, but this one falls into the willing hands of monster-back Brian Washington at the 20. The Virginia native returns it 8 yards as LSU misses a golden opportunity. Steve Taylor takes charge for the Cornhuskers. Grace throwing complete to split end Rod Smith for a first down at the 44. Taylor likes the air game for this drive. And now he finds Tom Banderas open. The gain, 18 more to the LSU 38, where Toby Caston brings him down. On 2nd and 10 at the 38, Taylor is passing once again to Smith. 7 more yards. Caston again on the tackle. Tyrese Knox picks up the first down on this right side sweep. He's carrying to the LSU 26. Taylor, a whiz at the option. And on this play, showing his scrambling prowess. Probing the defense, gaining 8 yards. Nebraska playing a 1st and 10 at the 12. And yet another LSU bungle, serving well the cause of the Cornhuskers. Taylor's pass for split end Rob Schnitzler is incomplete at the goal, but LSU is guilty of interference. On the next play, Taylor keeps left from the 2 and scores with 39 seconds left in the half. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. Klein will kick the point after, and Nebraska will take a 10-7 lead into the locker room at halftime. And from this point on, it was Nebraska's game to win. In the best traditions of the USF&G Sugar Bowl, the halftime in the Louisiana Superdome presented an opportunity for 2 of the nation's finest collegiate marching bands to show their stuff. First onto the field was Nebraska's 241-member unit, under the direction of William L. Ballinger, with Michelle Benson and Kim Smith as graduate assistants. The Cornhuskers Marching Band is one of 7 bands that are active on the university's Lincoln campus. Then onto the field came the Golden Band from Tigerland, the LSU Marching Band with some 275 performers making up a premier college marching unit. Dr. Frank V. Wicks, director of bands at LSU since 1980, is the 17th leader of Tiger music. And this band has a proud tradition fostered throughout its 90-year history, including 45 national TV appearances over the last 20 years. A marching tiger is the band's official mascot, and the Golden Girls, a modern dance unit, perform as part of each LSU halftime show. For LSU football fanatics, there are few more exciting musical moments than when their band strikes up the first 4 notes of Hold That Tiger. And now we pause for this message from the USF&G.
Take your risks in business, so you'd like some guarantees. And one thing you can count on is USF&G.
Protecting small businesses from big risks is our business at USF&G Insurance. Ask your independent agent.
We got you covered, America. We're making your hard work pay. USFNG covers the USA.
It's second half. LSU kicking off to Nebraska to begin the second half of the 53rd USFNG Sugar Bowl. The Franks kick is taken in by Rod Smith at the 4, and he returns it 18 yards to his 22. Again with Steve Taylor at the helm, the Cornhuskers set off on a key drive. Running a 2nd and 12 from their 33, Nebraska sends Tyrese Knox right side for 8 yards. Taylor then gets his passing game in high gear on this 3rd and 4 play. And on this one, he'll spot tight end Todd Milliken open for a 20-yarder. Chris Carrier makes the stop at LSU's 39. 2 plays later, a 2nd and 6 at the 35. Taylor will hand off to Knox. The California sophomore sweeps left, breaks tackles, and runs down to the Tiger 1-yard line. A 34-yard gainer with Greg Jackson on the stop. And rightfully, Knox will get the touchdown call, a just decision to be sure. And he responds over right guard with 10 minutes and 35 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. Touchdown, Nebraska. The Oak Lions' point after is good, and the Cornhuskers increase their lead by 7 more points. LSU came battling back on their next series, but the Nebraska defense was up to the task. On a 3rd and 1 at the Husker 41, Harvey Williams will go right side for no gain as Mark Munford and Brian Washington combine on the stop. Then on a 4th and 1 gamble, the Tigers send Mickey Harris at right guard. But again, Mumford closes the door in LSU's frustrated face. Nebraska takes over on 3rd and 4 at his 47. Taylor runs the option game well. He runs the right side for 11 yards before Carrier and Darren Marlborough bring him down. 6 plays later in the drive, Nebraska is at the LSU 25, playing a 2nd and 5. Taylor makes one of his very few mistakes, pitching badly to Dana Brinson. Linebacker Eric Hill throws him for the loss. And now Taylor's problems will mount. On 3rd and 10, he'll be sacked for a loss of 5 more, and then fumble. Tackle Tom Welter gets the recovery. Dale Klein is sent in to try a 52-yard field goal. But his kick will be blocked by senior nose guard Henry Thomas. The ball rolls out of bounds at the Nebraska 17, and LSU has another golden opportunity to tighten up the Sugar Bowl. But a determined, overpowering defense again sets the Tigers back on their heels. And 1st and 10 at the 17, Hodson wants to pass. But defensive end Broderick Thomas throws him for a 15-yard loss. Sack time at the Sugar. That embarrassment will be followed by yet another Hodson pass attempt. And again, the sack patrol is led by All-American senior nose guard Danny Noonan. And the quarter ends with Nebraska protecting a 17-7 lead. First play of the final period, the Tigers are 3rd and 34. Hobson must pass to pick up any appreciable yardage, but he gets only 2 on this toss to Wendell Davis. LSU is down, but they're not yet out. Another opportunity comes knocking. when John Croker gets off a bummer of a punt. 16 yards. It's down at the Nebraska 39. The Tigers are within shooting distance. Tommy Hodson fires the first salvo, a 9-yarder to Raji McGee. Thomas and Mumford combine on the tackle. LSU is now at Nebraska's 30. But the foot that became a prime Tiger target takes on another bullet. Hodson throws complete to Williams, but the Texas freshman fumbles as he's hit. Mark Munford recovers for the hustling Huskers. First and 10, Nebraska. The Cornhuskers enjoy the momentum. It's 2nd and 7 at their 31. Fullback Micah Heibel gets good blocking at the right side and gains 20. Quarterback Steve Taylor on the 3rd and 7 at the Tiger 36. And he goes airward with a 15-yarder to Tom Banderas. On the very next play, Taylor keeps at his favorite right side, and he'll gain 11 more. Nebraska is now sitting at the LSU 8, and Taylor will shorten the distance by 5 more on this keeper. He's 5'11", and he's just a sophomore. And he completes a classic drive, rolling left and throwing to Todd Milliken for a game-cinching touchdown. Klein will kick the point after, and the Cornhuskers pull out in front, 24-7. 6 minutes remain in the game as Klein kicks off to Williams. LSU's prize freshman will gain 24 on the return. Whatever hopes were harbored by the Tigers came crushing down on this 3rd and 4 situation at the LSU 34. Hodson, passing, is intercepted by Brian Davis at the 48. And Davis returns the ball all the way to the LSU 12-yard line. Fourth and 3 at the Tiger 5. Taylor off on another keeper, and he carries to the 1-yard line. Mike Merla and Eric Hill bringing him down. Knox will finish up Nebraska scoring with this carry up the middle. Dale Klein misses on the point after, but the Cornhuskers are more than comfortably in front, 30-7, with 3 minutes and 26 seconds left on the game clock. LSU's offense came back with a bit of last-minute redemption. First and 10 at the Tiger 35. Hodson throwing complete to McGee for 20 yards. Third and 10 at the Husker 45. Hodson goes back to pass, and this time finds Davis open for an 18-yard advance. Second and 7 from the 25. Hodson gets in his final lick. A smooth touchdown pass to wide receiver Tony Moss. Some last-minute joy for LSU. Hodson then went for a 2-point conversion, throwing complete to tailback Alvin Lee. Superdome scoreboard shows the game's final figures. Nebraska 30, LSU 15. The 53rd USF&G Sugar Bowl is history. A victory for the Big 8 visitors and a pleasant trip back to Lincoln for Coach Tom Osborne and Athletic Director Bob Devaney. For the Sugar Bowl, it marked an equally pleasant beginning to their association with the corporate officials of USF&G, United States Fidelity and Guarantee, uniquely ensuring the future of the New Orleans Sports Classic.